How'd I get the name HoodGuru? My homeboy Snell gave it to me, man. I was in between living situations, living in Houston, working at a smoke shop called Pineapple Express, and I had committed to never working for somebody again unless they gave me the capacity to pour into people. So before work every day, I would sit in the back and handwrite affirmations, put them in a bucket so my customers could have a little pick-me-up every day. My homeboy Snell had just got out. He just did some time and he ain't seen nothing like that. So he's like, what, you just telling people they enough in a bucket? And he joked on me for a minute about it. But it became the highlight of some of his days. And many other customers would stop by just to get their daily affirmation. Me and him developed a friendship and he got to know me up close. And every time we were together, I poured into him. I spoke life into him because he had just got out, doing time, separated from his family, and was trying to find redirection in his life. And I was in the process of doing the same, but I was a little bit further ahead on my journey. So I spoke life into him, and he started calling me Guru. He'd be like, you a little hood, you a little rough around the edges, but you a guru. And that's how the name came about. See, HoodGuru is just a kid from the hood that chose to seek out enlightenment. And that's all that was. I chose to evolve. I chose to grow. I chose to become better than the circumstances around me. And if you ask me who I am, who is HoodGuru, I'm everything they told me I would never be. I'm a poet. I'm a public speaker, a keynote speaker. I'm a children's published author. I'm a world traveler. I'm a sobriety and mental health advocate. I'm everything they told me I would never be, but I'm also everything they told me I would. They say that 1 in 4 kids growing up in a foster care system end up addicted to drugs. I did. They say 1 in 4 kids growing up in a foster care system end up incarcerated. I did. They say 1 in 4 kids in a foster care system end up homeless. I did that too. The only other statistic is that 1 in 4 kids in a foster care system end up deceased after they age out. And see, that's a box I refuse to tick. I'm committed to being alive. I'm committed to living opposed to just surviving. And that's something that they try to take from us, you know. But I chose different. I chose another life for me and to live by example for everybody who's going through similar circumstances. So HoodGuru is everything the system told me I wouldn't be and more. I think everybody want to know who you are, but to understand who I am, you got to know who I was. And that's where I am everything they said I was, because I was a foster kid who was in a dozen foster homes before I graduated high school. I grew up in a very abusive, violent environment to an addict mother who struggled with her mental health, an absent father. I struggled with my own addiction due to my inability to face the traumas of my past, constantly trying to outrun myself. I've been arrested. I've made more mistakes than I'm proud of. I'm somebody who never imagined I'd get the opportunity to live and experience this beautiful life I've created for myself. Because people who come from where I come from don't make it to where I am. That's why I wanted to start this series called Choices, so I could share my journey, choice by choice, step by step, story by story with all of you. Because the life I'm living today is somebody's dream, but the life I was living back then was a nightmare. And people look in and they say I'm so lucky to be where I'm at, but they don't understand what it took to get here. This didn't happen by chance for me, it happened by choice. And in this series, you'll go all the way back from me being an 8-year-old little girl in the hood and get to watch my evolution to becoming the HoodGuru. And I hope that in one of these episodes, you can relate and I can pour some light into you.